of the things that, well, I've learned a lot from people with disabilities and from working with people with developmental disabilities. And I think that people with disabilities have a lot to bring to the world and teach the world, because one of those things is that none of us are totally independent, that we're all interdependent and that we all need each other. And that I think that's one of the things that disability can teach you and it can sometimes be frustrating, for people and, for everybody, that we have to depend on each other. But it's one of the things that I think our society, especially here in the United States, needs more of, because we prize independence, which is great. But the reality of our lives is that none of us, that we are all really interdependent. And there is always a time when we need somebody. And learning how to live together and help each other and have what I would call a sense of community, I think is something really important that people with disabilities, that I've learned from people with disabilities, that, in a way, it's kind of what I think is what we need to change our world, that it's not always about who's the fastest and the strongest and the quickest and all of those things that people have value, whether they produce a lot of work or they don't, that they have that all of us as human beings have something to give and that have some intrinsic value as human beings, and that it's not always about like how much you can win at something or how fast you can be or things like that, that people have so much to teach about lots of different things. And I think that if people would really listen and pay attention to that, it would help all people, because I think all people need to feel valued and need to know that they're valuable beyond just what they can produce and what how fast they are or whatever it is that they can win at and things like that. That we all need to know that we have a value as human beings, and I think people with disabilities really, I've learned that from people and I've seen that from people, that there's a lot more to people than just maybe what they can do, physically.
Go.
Hi, I'm Steven. I have a disability. It affects me in my ways. It affects my legs, my feet, and the way I live my life. I always have to life.
That's a really good question.
It's very important because really, company-wise, they say, you're not supposed to develop that bond. But if you don't develop the bond, then it's just financial. When you develop a bond, it becomes a little more. It becomes a little more personal and a more supportive and progressive environment. Without that, it won't work. So I don't know why companies tell staff to do that. I think if I had to go towards one thing, I would tell them to stop saying that.
Yeah.
Just, let others know that there may be changes down the line.
And I think from the company's standpoint, I think what they're trying to convey is that it's up to the individual whether they want to have friendship with you as well. You don't want to go into it automatically assuming that because I'm working with this individual that they have to be my friend. But I agree. I think at the very least you can each have a friendly nature, and then if the person decides that they would like to be friends with you, because for me, I go into this hoping to become friends. But it is, they have a good point. You get to choose your own friends, and just because you have to have a support system doesn't mean that you have to be friends with that person.
Yeah.
But I do go into it, thinking I'm going to be friendly, and if that person chooses to be friends with me, I am right there because that's what I would love anyway. So, okay. But I think
What do
it's
you
very-
think they should learn from this video?
Who is the video directed towards?
To show people why it's so important for these relationships.
The people who are the support system?
Yeah.
Okay. I would love to have them learn that, you know, for each person it is individual. But I think if you're anything like me, I think the world would be a better place if everybody was more friendly.
Teamwork.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, actually, it's made my life better because I've learned how to deal with challenges, but it's affected my life in probably learning to be more patient with things that I can't do and being able to ask for help. That was always a struggle for me.
How does working with staff and everything affects your life?
Well, it affects my life from the point of view that sometimes I have